All right. Okay, so there's the card that we're going to work on. And for this card, I used some of the 6x6 Classic Christmas DSP. This paper comes in Cherry Cobbler, Sahara Sand, Shaded Spruce, and then the neutral is white. And I used Sahara Sand because the advantage to this paper is one side has a Christmas and the other side has a general one. Like this is polka dots on this side, but the other side I think it's like trees or something. So you don't have to use it just for Christmas. Now if that's, yeah, see it's got sprigs on it. So, you know, I got the paper pack just for that reason because it's got a bunch of neutral patterns that can be used any time of year. I also used the curvy dies and I used this one. Now this cuts out a side with a holes, but the other side is straight. So I cut mine so that it didn't have the holes to it. And I'm going to show you how to do that. And then my sentiment came from Quite Curvy, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. All right, so the first thing I did was I took my card base, which is Sahara Sand, and all the directions will be posted after, so don't fear you have to worry about it. All right, so I've got my base ready. This piece is 5 1/4, and I cut it at 3 inches so I can actually get 2 cards out of 1. It's silly to go all the way down because you're going to cover it up. So I just did like 3 inches. I'm going to add this on. All right, and I've got to go over here, and every once in a while I have to hit the comments and make them go up because they're not going up on me. They're stagnant. All right, so there's that. The next piece was this. And what I did was, this is how I cut the first piece off. What I did was I decided how high up I wanted to go. And I went up about, I'm going to say 2 1/2 inches because that gives me a little bit of space. So I'm going to take this, and I've got my tape here, and I'm going to set this side at 2 1/2, and I want my part that cuts towards the bottom. So I'm going to tape it on like here. All right, so that's about 2 1/2. And then this side is probably about 1 3/4. So I took another piece of tape. I said 1 3/4, but is it 1 3/4? I was thinking maybe 1 1/4. Nope, it's 1 3/4. So I figured out where 1 3/4 was, and I put this piece up here, and I taped it down. Now I've got to go back and get this one down to 2 1/2. Is that what I said? Yeah, 2 1/2. Because this tape isn't real strong on this side, so. All right, like so. And I taped it down. All right, and now I'm going to run this through the Big Shot and cut it. All right. And I know it's shaking. I'm sorry, guys. All right. So I have to carefully take this off. All right. That piece, save and use it on another card for something because you can stick it in the middle. So there's no waste with this, which I like. All right, so I've got that. I'm going to add this on here like so. and I have my straight edge. Now if you want the part with the holes, don't worry about trying to line it up. like I am, but I didn't want the holes on it. All right, so I'm going to, I just got to remember, I don't know how much you guys are seeing, so I've got that part done. Now I need this piece at the bottom. And I didn't want to go all the way up, so I chose like 1.5. So I'm going to take, let's see, which side cuts? This one. I'm going to put this side at 1.5. Actually, all right, I'm thinking here. Hopefully I'm not doing this wrong. We'll find out, won't we? And then this side is only like 1 3/4. So I can't go too high over here or I'll cover that up. So I'm going to take it down to, say, 1 1/4. So I'm going to hold this one in place. I'm going to slide that over just a little. I got to take this off and move it and put it on there. And I'm going to run this one through. Yes, I love it that you can adjust it. And they have other dies in there. I'll show them to you at the end that I think are great. All right, I got that off. So there's that. And see, this way I've got a little bit different. I could flip it around this way, but there's an edge here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let me see if I can use my bone folder if I can get it to flatten. Yeah. There's an edge that pops up, so just use your bone folder to flatten it. There we go. I got it. I know there's a way to do it. All right, there. That's better. All right. Now, you need to stamp your sentiment before you put this down. So what I did, and the sentiment is curved, and it's curved to go with the line, the curve of the die. For this one, I moved it over. This one, I think I'm going to put it in the same spot. And I'm doing this one, this card, in Cherry Cobbler. So I'm going to take and I'm going to stamp that down there, like so. And there's my sentiment. And this I'm going to add to the bottom of this. I am really so pleased that was just a play. Nobody's ever said that. So if you cut it and you want the other side because you cut it wrong, take your bone folder and just push out on that edge and it flattens because it makes a little lip, for lack of a better term. All right, and I'm going to add this on. I'm making my bottom even with the DSP. All right, so there it is. And now to add some interest, I pulled in some of the gold thread, gold metallic thread. I don't know about you, but I'm getting down to the bottom. I don't have too much left, but I do still have some left. And it's like, it needed something, so I decided to use the thread. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a piece right about there. Right, and I'm going to take the back off. And I did something with this that I've never had success with, and I think I may have found out why. I took this, and everybody always wraps this around their hand. Well, I never had success with it, so I decided I was going to wrap it a lot. So I wrapped it like 10 times. So I had a lot on there, and that's 2. I've got a mess. No, don't, not on me. I didn't spread my fingers out. It was too close together. Don't you love it when you do something like this? Ay, 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 ay. There we go. Come on. Come out. There it is. It's wrapped around. Oh my goodness. All right. Where's my end? I know, laugh at me. I am definitely funny. All right, there's that one. Here's this. Here's this. I'm untying it as I go. There's that one. It's so fine that all right. You know what? I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to wrap that knot and see what happens. It'll just be really thick and full. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, I'll pull this piece back over here. And then I just stuck this piece down like so. And I did put another piece over top of it because I didn't want it moving too much. And then I just kind of started doing this with it and messing it all up. And it's not too bad considering I had knots. I then used the stitched stars, and I didn't use the smallest one. It's way too tiny. I went up to about the second or third because they are kind of nested. See that little tiny one? Too tiny. So I went up to the second one, third one, and fourth one. Oops, nope. The third, fourth, and fifth one. That one moved on me. And I cut them out of cherry cobbler. And this one I put down flat. So I'm going to add some glue. I don't know if you guys have said anything else or not. Nope. I'm going to kind of move some of this so it shows up. I'm just going to stick that there. And then these two I put on with dimensionals. I just kind of put like 3 on there. In key places. Get my backs off. And I can add it to my card. And the card is done. So not too difficult. All right, let's see. Let's add that one. I'll come up a little bit with it there. And then this one, I'm going to pull it back over here. So there you go. A blue one and a cherry one. And this one has some really crazy twists and turns in it. So I was pleased with this idea, and I hope the hints that I gave you help you out on cutting the curvy dies. And let me pull those back over here. Oh, that's the stars. That's not the one I need. Where's my curvy dies? I moved them. Oh, there they are. All right. So here are the curvy dies. And this one is a curve of leaves. This one is just a flourish. And then, of course, we have the swoosh, swoop. whatever you want to call it. I never know what to call the thing. So, oh, there it is. I was looking all over for it, and it's right there. And don't forget, save those pieces because you can use it. Thanks, Barb. Thanks, Lynn. And there it is. Oops, still more tape on here. All right, but that's it. And then these dies cut out. There's 3 dies for the birds, because you have 3 birds. This one cuts out this little piece. This one cuts out this. This piece, I think, cuts out this. You probably can't see this. All right, this one is cut out with this. This is cut out with this. The bird's cut out. This is extra. And then this little thing cuts out that. So that's the quite curvy bundle. And this was an early release. It is going to be in the upcoming Occasions catalog. And that's how I made both those cards. And all I did was change the color. And like I said, I love this paper for that very reason. All right.